Hello everyone. Welcome to Little History. As always, I'm Adam, and today we're playing Heaven's Vault. So, the story so far. Since this is a game that I played before my hiatus, which started in March, so it's been a while since we played this. We're continuing with the same file, so we're going to start a little bit in the middle of things, but if you'll give me just a moment here, I will actually grab the YouTube link for everyone to catch the VOD of that after this. So, sorry for the music cutting out, but this is going to be super relaxing. If you remember it, this is going to be extremely chill. Give me just a moment. I forgot to grab the link before we got into this. But here it is. So, in order to get caught up on the story, there is the link to the previous episode of this. But we get a little bit of a summary of what's going on here. Aliyah and her robot 6 have found the smoking wreck of Janaki Remba's ship, along with a final message intended for Professor Mayari. The roboticist was looking for an ancient observatory called the Vault, which he claimed could prevent a great darkness from overtaking the Nebula. Meanwhile, Aliyah has found something else, what might be the lost crown of the Holy Empire. And Aliyah has still not told Mayari about Renba's death. This sweet, sweet music. We're going to quick go into settings because I'm not full screen for no obvious reason. There we go. Continue. Hello. So, let's see where we are going. As we're sailing, I'll kind of fill you in on kind of what's going on in general here. So, we've got a few places we can get to. Looks like right now the only one we can realistically find is this one, because we can't get here yet. Yeah. I don't think we found enough to get out here into the Serpent's Wake. Yeah. So, the only place we can realistically go here is Iox. We could go there, but we should go back and actually tell our boss what's going on. We hid the crown from 6, so we can actually lie to Mayari, which is probably good because she thinks she is the reincarnation of the Emperor of Iox. So yeah, as we're sailing here, I'll kind of fill you in on the lore of this universe.
All the rivers of the Nebula flow to Iox in the end. If you tie off your sail, Iox is where you'll wash up. It's the heart of the Nebula. Or else, it's the gutter.
So, we are in an unnamed nebula. And this nebula, fairly recently, was ruled by an empire based in Iox. However, about 100 years ago, the Ioxian Empire fell in an uprising, and since then, Iox has instead formed some kind of protectorate, based around a university, which is where we are. This whole nebula has rivers made out of air and water that, as you can see, we literally sail around, which is awesome and incredibly beautiful, especially once we stop being in the clouds. And we are an archaeologist, in fact, the only archaeologist in the nebula. Most of the nebula believes in something called the loop, which is literally a cycle of reincarnation where everything that has happened in history will happen again, and therefore studying the past is a little bit worthless. We disagree, but we'll see. The loop does seem to be at least somewhat real, so... But here, well, we're going back to our home of Iox, which is the centerpiece and economic powerhouse of the Protectorate. And it is a little bit oppressive, to be honest. We've been to a planet called Maersi, which is a farming moon, that is where a lot of the water in the nebula comes from. And we're from a planet called Elbereth, which is extremely sparsely impoverished due to a lack of water. Water is incredibly important here because it's all vaguely Middle Eastern, and water is pretty scarce on a lot of these desert moons. And this game here was produced by Inkle Studios, who are a very narrative-focused very narrative-focused game company, and they actually have a new game coming out soon called Pendragon, which, if you can't guess from that, is based on Arthuriana, and we are absolutely going to talk about it as soon as it comes out. So that's something to look forward to. And yeah, our robot here, 6, apparently was a dug out of a wall by Janaki Remba, the guy who died. We'll see what actually happened, and more about 6 later. Alternatively, we might sell 6 for scrap. I don't know which one we're going to do yet. That's a good question. How long were you buried here? It's about 100 years. It's such a good game. The animation I can see is a little bit janky, but yeah. Let's go say hi to our boss. Yeah. Certainly he's kinder than us. We're lying all over the place. Yep. Well, don't feel too bad for this robot. If we sell the robot for scrap, I'll tell you her secret. Another child, just tell me what you saw. Renba died. We are quite certain, Professor. Remba went exploring off the rivers. So yeah, fuel, for the most part, we're literally like Age of Sail sailing. And I'm going to not mention the crown here. A worthless trinket, Aaliyah. Yeah. Nothing else, nothing more? We're not showing her the crown. We will tell her about the other thing, though. The very weird thing that happened. And you know what? Spoke to Renba. This can't possibly go wrong. Our boss probably won't like this. Spoke to me through a robot somehow. He told me to find it in an observatory. There we go. I do not recall this. Perhaps he found a way to leave a message. He found something. Yep. That's it then? Cool. Well, that was painless. That was extremely painless. Okay. I can do that. Leaving you to think is my specialty. No? Come on, I just asked you. What should we say? What should we say, chat? We might lose this one too, maybe on purpose. But 6 does help us out in some other places in the game, so you know. Maybe we'll say it's only a robot. What do you guys think? But yeah, of course 6 has a secret read. Robots are valuable things. Okay, okay. Yeah. We'll ignore that directive almost immediately, don't worry about it. Time to go? Actually I think we can. Yeah. Let's get out of here. We can head back to our ship, before we embark, well. We get a timeline of everything that's happened. Absolutely everything. So sometime, yeah, I guess around 1,000 years ago, they think 6 may have been buried. Tree planted there, but 6 awakened sometime in the last couple years, and then, on the scale of weeks, we get a look at what happened here. It is absolutely a gorgeous kind of mix of brutalist and Middle Eastern architecture, which is awesome. So yeah, I mean, this is the second episode of Dragon Wolf, so this is kind of starting in the middle of the action. I'll revisit one of the places we went to just to show you what's going on there, just to show you some of the other environments in the game. But here's our ship, which I adore. Absolutely great. We got some kind of crystal there, and a lot of books. Whole lot of books. Most of which we can even read. Not all of which. Sadly, actually, let's check a thing. I want to check. Solvable inscriptions. So, let me actually show you guys what the main gameplay is that's not, actually looking around. We can find, around here, a bunch of unsolved things. These things are written in Ancient, which is this gorgeous script. No, that's gotta be Enjoy. That's gotta be right. I guess it could be Etch. I thought it was Enjoy because it's like person and sunbeams. That's a noun marker on the front. So yeah, we by the way are in New Game Plus, so the things are a little bit more complicated. But we have some words that we already know. So I assumed this was Enjoy, but maybe it can be Etch. It's not clear. We found a copper scimitar here that we have not translated at all. Neat. So our main thing here is we got our dictionary of things we can have, or words we know, and we get to piece them together based on the inscription, because in good form, they don't believe in, oh no, it's gotta be your, they do not believe in using, spaces, which is frustrating. as it turns out. So let's see here. What other words do we have? This is all one word here. That's not a word. This looks like it's another. It should be the same one of like. No, it's not quite etch or enjoy or whichever one that is. I don't know if we actually have the information we need to solve it, even though it claims we do. Because that should be a word, that should be a word. This one actually should be wrong. That may be its own thing. Yeah, there we go. Holy god, that's a long word. Holy moly. I think it's probably grateful. Because this is the word for friend, and this is very much an agglutinative language, so you form new words by just tacking on more modifiers onto the same thing. Since this bit is friend, this should be friend-like or grateful. I do not... I guess it's probably cut, given that it's sharing features with sword, so an object that cuts is a sword. I do not cut your... Huh. Alright, and it's helpfully a little bit of actually good quality archaeological material object criticism. It's found on the scimitar. So it's on a sword already, so the inscription should be in some way related to this thing's purpose as a sword. So that makes sense to me. Be grateful I don't cut your throat. Spaces are extremely overrated, but yeah. We're not actually done. When I die, help the rivers take me where ghosts talk in quiet voices. That still makes sense to me. Though it could be knowledge. A thing that... Because this is another thing. And that this is related to word. So maybe it's where knowledge talks in quiet... In a quiet voice? Yeah. But that's purely contextual, because none of those words make sense. So, I don't know. We will see. Robin, this is Heaven's Vault. I'm just kind of showing off a little bit of the gimmick here. It's weird that it isn't giving me that. But one thing that needs to happen here is we need to come across the same word a few times in order to start being confident that it means what we think it means. Otherwise, it's just gonna be, you know, kind of normal, where we have to guess and approximate it. But anyway, since I mentioned the garden, let's actually go back to that moon and see if we can at least, while we're sailing around, we can find a couple more artifacts. Because we actually need to do that a lot in order to find some new places to go. Because we don't have... We can go here, we can go here. This is to return a thing. So yeah, we can go back here to return the water goddess statuette. Or we could go here to show her the tripod. But I don't want to do this because this will actually take some of my items away from me, which is frustrating. Or we can go here again, which is where we're going to start. I've got no reason to go back. Yeah, well, I don't care. Fine. We're going to go to Maerzi, and then we're not going to go to Maerzi, and instead just kind of sail around. We're just going to sail around, because notice I do actually have a whole map. Since I have played this game before, it lets me keep my map of the whole area. So I actually know that there's a moon out here, There's a moon out here. There's a moon out here. The serpent, we got moons here and here. And we've got something out here yet. Before we actually, way up here is the end of the game. We can't actually get to here though, so we'll sail to Meerzy, and kind of look around. So we're just going to be sailing the rivers for a while.
We set course once more for Meerzy. I found myself looking forward
get
to it.
lost.
It was a good place,
Yeah.
despite the people.
So we can always take a look at our map here. Notice all these rivers flow in one direction. So we actually have some pretty limited choices here for what we can actually do at any given moment. So if we want to get truly lost out here in the unknown moon, we want to actually follow the course to Elbereth. So turn off there and then get properly lost on the way. This game is incredibly stylish. And it lets you just sail around forever enjoying this sweet music. Ooh. Clever, Aaliyah. Well, if they weren't created by storms or something? Yeah, guess what? Actually true. Conspiracy theorist, but very much big if true. Okay, never mind. Whee! Mr. Turning. We can reset and try again, or we can just sail. We can just see where we end up. And there's so much fun stuff here. Oh yeah, we are going to have plenty of just sailing around, because we kind of need to find more artifacts, because while deciphering the language is good, we just need a lot more artifacts in order to find any of the new places. And yeah, some moons have well springs that produce the rivers, and they, the whole thing works. And, oh, we just went back to Iox. That's awkward. Okay, we're gonna go out this way then, into this early Empire period moon, and see if we can find any artifacts. Well, my navigation skills are not great, don't criticize me. Cool, and look at that. It keeps recalculating our route, but we're going to happily ignore all of these arrows as much as we can, and just see where we end up. Because I can always just hit G, and I'll end up in Meerzy with this time skip, so it doesn't matter. It's such a good feeling game, and it's so relaxing. Like, this is definitely one of my games I always go to when I need to just calm down. Ooh, cool, there's a thing. Let's go grab a thing. I did sink tens of hours just sailing around. Spoilers, this is, absolutely
wasted no time.
Absolutely the same kind of feel. So yeah, we found an artifact somewhere close to here, but no writing. But it is another artifact, and since it came from somewhere close to here, potentially that says something useful. Well, crap! I actually need to make the other turn. Can I make that? Come on, let me make that. Ah, damn it. So we're actually going to end up sailing all the way over here, going off this way, hoping there's another thing to pick up here, but then let's actually plot course to that one, because that'll let us find this unexplored ruin, and then we can keep working our way in. Hey Kosek. Yeah, you know, this, we'll just call this ahead of time stress relief for tomorrow's stream, because oh boy, is tomorrow's stream going to be a time. I tried Butcher Circus, by the way, Reed, and I won one game and got trashed by 2 others, because that is one that really values having lost a bunch to get your renown level up, to get the trinkets you need to be able to start winning. But yeah, this is Heaven's Vault. We are doing, we are an archaeologist in a nebula with a robot companion, just sailing around having a good time. Crap, I wanted to make the other turn. Oh. Okay. We are a bit robocidal, don't worry about it, 6. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, I promise. He's not going to be fine. I gave it a name. Also a mistake, because, yeah. And we're all... ooh, Talon. Yes, it is. Don't worry about it. Six. Yeah, well, 6, you actually do have a name, but we just don't know it yet. So you can be patient. Oh god, this would be so trippy in VR. Unbelievably trippy. Though I actually don't remember what her name is. You know what? Actually, I know we're not going to, go for it. Ooh, that is a different unexplored moon.
No one knows how far the rivers go. No one's ever mapped them.
We're gonna map the entire thing. We're gonna map the entire thing.
Or if they did, they aren't telling.
It'll be good. Yeah, it is... how ancient, I wonder? All the things we've got here are basically the robot will hop her down since there's no atmosphere here. But the robot will just, you know, show up, do things, and then retrieve an artifact, and then we'll get to see what's on it and try and decipher it. Voila! Holy Pilgrim. Stranger. Holy Pilgrim. Come on, that's clearly Ant. And something stranger. There's a lot of glyphs, but we got a new word. Ta-da! It would be extremely, I wonder. I'll assume it's probably angry, because this, well, it says that this is a related word, which I don't really see it, to be honest. I know that this character also shows up in the words for sword and cut. So, presumably, and it makes more sense than any of the other things with Holy Pilgrim, and I wish we would say, like, profane or something, but that is my most likely guess. If it's wrong, we figure it out, later that one's wrong. If only we could read the whole... oh, I wanted... oh, good, it worked. Charred book bound in leather. Anyway, back to the previous conversation. Yes, 6 can sail. Anyway. I know we're not going to do the same path as I played on my first playthrough, so, spoiler for late game, here. The robots have the souls of people inside them, and 6 is a very, very important person, whose soul and mind is preserved in a, within Yeah, it would probably not be anti-grateful, because the way this language constructs anti is putting an X in front of the whole word. So, it's probably not that, but, yeah. Ooh, we get more inscriptions! Ta-da! A fractured fragment from a long phrase, hence the little broken things. So, with the fragments, like, there may be parts of words that don't exist, but that's not the case this time. This, your, way. That looks to me like it's one whole word, it's not two words, something will. Oh, yes it is, okay. This something will guide your way. Ta-da! And having finished enough words, we get a check mark there. I guess that could be... Oh, it is actually just thing. You know, that actually makes a lot of sense, because a cut thing is a sword, so... Maybe that's just the glyph for thing. One restriction of this whole sequence is that we have no idea how this corresponds to spoken language. So it actually gets us into some trouble. Okay, we are currently going nowhere, which is totally fine, because we're just going to sail around in here and find some stuff. Oh, I need to choose a... I don't want to choose a destination, though. No. Fine. What am I doing there? Why does it let me go there? Ha! No, I'm not going to show the crown. Okay, we'll go there, but we're going to ignore that. Comes from the same source as the charred book. Neat. Sadly, that doesn't give us enough to actually find this place yet.
For the longest time, Mayari didn't know about the Nightingale. I would hitch lifts with robot couriers to Elbereth, then slip away to play aboard the ship. Until one day, when Oroi reckons she could figure out how to launch it. And of course, I didn't know how to stop.
Well,
I pretty much crashed into the dock on Iox.
That's awkward. It is a ruin from the early Empire, so about 1,000 years ago. We got an inked map, so coming from somewhere nearby, and there's something painted on it. Words we already have are filled in, so we've got a lot of guesses, a lot of things we need to guess though. Luckily this one seems to have actually come with word separations, which is handy. But this is an extremely... Okay, so these two are the same word. So we've got two cases of the same word within this. And winds mold us as... That might be, because I think, if I'm remembering right, this, like, pyramid-shaped glyph is related to the word for mountain, so this is or earth. So it's a person who shapes earth, I guess? Which would be a potter. The winds mold us, as a potter molds a cup. That makes syntactic sense, at least. So it's a good time. We can keep going with that as kind of a base translation. Good enough for now. Comes from the same source as the fragment of paper. We found all that ruins by the river and helps us find a new place. But we still don't have enough artifacts to actually get to it. We're close. And it is a really spooky sight, to be honest. This whole area is spooky because, yeah, this is an extremely complicated branch of river. Let's see what direction we're going. Okay. Cool. That actually, we want to follow it so we can get into here.
Once,
it is so aesthetically pleasing.
I thought I saw a gigantic ship. as large as a moon, moving down the river like a shadow.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Of course, I was ahead of it, and by the time I looped around, it was gone.
Ah, the restrictions of one-directional sailing. Mistress, when I see an artifact... Vicious origin point using manual radiation markers, yep. That's helpful. It saves us all the hard parts of... It saves us all the hard parts of trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Huh. That's a good question. How do we do this, besides doing quality archaeology? Where did we end up? We ended up way up here. Okay. I am, in fact, an archaeologist. That's fair. What is our methodology? What... Lots of little things. Composition of the material. Ooh, good. An area of shiny flow. Different materials prevail in different parts of the nebula. Carving techniques, brushstrokes. These are like fingerprints if you know what you're looking at. This is such an aesthetically pleasing game. Yes, I know it's an area of minor flow. Which means that there is a... I can guarantee that there... Ah, dang it. I missed the path to get to the ruin I knew was in there. Actually, there may be a full moon in there. Which we can't actually access something that we haven't discovered yet, so that doesn't actually help us. And 6 is completely clueless about everything. So, you know. It's handy, but at least 6's scanners help us. Which actually, selling 6 would be really bad, just because, that would make it a lot harder for us to do pretty much anything. So, yeah. Because 6 does a lot of our identification of new moons, so it'll be definitely worthwhile to hold on to make sure we don't, you know, sell 6. Cool, there's a moon out there. Or a thingy out here in the Withering Ways. Hug the coast, please. Let's actually set it to navigate here. Cool, did it actually not do it? It didn't do it! Boo. Boo. It makes my job harder if it stops marking my moons. Anyway. Let's actually, you know, having sailed around, enjoyed this pretty music. I'm not having a lot of luck finding things, so let's actually head over to Mayarzi like we're supposed to. And, try and make this actually have, like, character interactions instead of listening to 6 and Aaliyah banter. Where are we going? We're heading back across this way. Okay. And yeah, the well springs, as far as anyone knows, just kind of exist. They produce water and spew it out into space here, where it coalesces here into the rivers. Okay. We will follow it. I wanted to go here. Oh, it doesn't let me go there. Why? Why does it not let me? Fine, we'll see if I can get that turn there, but I don't think I can. I think I saw some kind of structure, but we're past it now. Grr. So there's a spot where the rivers join up, and then there's a spot where the rivers separate again. Cool, now we should actually be able to get... Now if we follow this and just take... Make sure we stick... stick to the side, to this side, we should actually be able to get it. Yep. Hopefully, it's just sometimes the map doesn't actually take into account geography, and sometimes rivers look like they intersect when they don't. It's usually good about that, but it is one of my very few complaints about this game, is just that sometimes it could do a better job of actually communicating. Yeah, see, like, there was supposed to be a turn there, and there was no turn there. So, we'll actually have to try and get in, follow... Be careful about our things to actually get in the way we need to, so we'll just be tabbing a lot. Yep. Well, we are doing our best, Aaliyah. See, like, there's a river somewhere around us that we are intersecting with that we don't actually get to see. So, it must be down there. Which is frustrating, given that I wanted to really want to go find that thing, but I'm not having any luck on getting into the rivers the right way. So, yeah, instead of worrying about that, we're actually gonna, like, go the way we're supposed to. Yeah, see, it's right here and we can't get to it. Which is confusing to me, but so be it. Instead of going in circles again, and struggling with how Inkle translates 3D into 2D, we're just gonna head over to Mayarzu. Hi Viking Mischief, glad you could make it. We've not done anything particularly significant this entire time, so you know, no. Just a lot of sailing around enjoying how gorgeous this music is. Yep. Whatever Renba had found must have been important, because he did go to a lot of trouble. As it turns out, it was really important. Anyway, we can head here and we can go see a different place. We can go meet some pigs. Let's go do that. And then we want to go to Elbereth probably and take a look at just what else we can find. Huh, why are we zoomed out? That was weird. That was very weird. I wonder why we zoomed out so far. Whee! Uh-huh. Sure you can't, 6. 6 might have a little bit of a superiority complex. Turn left ahead. Fine. Here we go! Whee! And yeah. Wherever they are with the other robots, not friends. Oh, we are in a weird spot of low flow. Odd. There's nothing to understand. Yeah, sure. Sure there isn't. Uh-huh. Exactly. Like, it's definitely not an easy problem to map this kind of space. I love what they do with the nebulas, just mixing everything together and operating, really taking advantage of the fact that rivers can flow in any direction in space. But is just occasionally annoying. In the meantime, the color green. We cannot. We can try like hell, but we fail. Because if we get off the river, we end up needing fuel, which our ship doesn't have the capabilities for. So, in the meantime, this person, Mazwai, lived a very long time ago. We'll find a first edition of the Chronicles eventually. But is kind of really important for the whole philosophy of the world. We will see if they want their thing back.
The wind of Mayerzi hadn't seemed gentle before. I could see it now.
And
Maybe
look at how pretty this
really
is.
had like this place.
So, this is Mayerzi. This is the first place we went to in the game when it's searching for Renba. And we have a whole lot here. And we're talking about something else important. Something called a Rebesque foil. And it is basically the personality print of a robot found within its neck. So, the statue we've got here is of her. But the people here don't seem to be able to sail. Iox restricts access to the rivers, and most people are actually afraid of them. We'll see on a different place that there are some actually like religious beliefs about the rivers and about them actually like stripping away your soul and getting lost in the loops. Additionally, like, the loop philosophy kind of says the Iox Protectorate will not be eternal because the Holy Empire fell. The thing's predecessor. What? Where? Why are you walking that way? That wasn't what I wanted you to do. There is so much cool stuff in this game.
In my bag, wrapped up safely in a cloth.
Hoping that we can actually get to the book by the very end of this stream, but we need to actually be able to get somewhere else to do that. So I like crystals. Up to the terraces. So yeah. Artifacts from various iolite sites or stuff. Also, hello pig. Hello. You are cute. The pigs are very smart, by the way. They taught me a word in Ancient on my last time. So, don't count them out. They're hanging it up to dry. Mersey is one of the main production food sites of the Iox Protectorate, because certainly Iox itself is not growing anything, so they... Ooh, hello. Aw, thought there was a shiny. Anyway. Yeah. What mud is? The pigs are very smart. They may not be able to communicate it because they don't speak, but they're very smart. You just need someone who can interpret. We cannot walk through the fields, which is probably wise, but we can get up here on the terraces and into the village up here. We are not well liked, by the way, because we are from Iox, even though we're actually from Elbereth. But, yeah. Ooh, tantalizing. Aaliyah is very smart. Hello. Yes, I know. There absolutely should be. Why do we build up on stilts? Six, you're falling behind. Catch up. Yes.
3 paths met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing. It seemed nice.
Some kind of thing here in the center of the village. Hello. An Ioxian. Shush. We're from Elbereth, not Iox. Don't worry about it. Anyway, Cabenia here is one of the 6 or 7 question mark main deities of pre-Holy Empire religion. It's a very, very old tradition. Alright, see you, Dragon Wolf. We'll be here for several hours, so go pick out and yeah. So someone from Aerzi was given this, and ooh, there was a thing inside. Is there more writing? There is more writing! Several words, yeah, everything is several words. Rivers divide us and join also us. Ta-da! Such a difficult phrase there. Impressive. Yeah. Separate and this to connect. There's a little bit of a treatment, like this was set in the first run through of the game, where this is kind of, if you haven't figured out how the grammar works, it's very explicit as to how verbal markings work. Not all that is lost is all lost. Good to know. And yeah, she will go back in her place. And yes, has been very far away. Oh yeah, this is a fully constructed language. Yeah, this isn't just random things. So this is there are people who are able to are actually pretty fluent to me, or pretty fluent in ancient here, and will actually write up other things in it, usually like translations of English phrases. But yeah, we need to take a look at that Rebesque foil. Maybe it's connected to the last Emperor's body, but maybe it isn't. That was Renbo's plan. Why not simply send the foil? It's a good question. We don't know. How can we do that? Yep, we're going to Elbereth. But yeah, it is a fully constructed grammar, which is awesome. We can leave the moon now, and we'll head over to Elbereth. Yeah, there's actually, like, eventually, the book I'm hoping to find today is a full book. You know, Valve, I'm not sure. I haven't seen anyone translate that. This language might be too elegant for that particular attempt at things. Do not immediately recognize where it was produced. Can we track it? Okay. In the meantime, we're gonna head over to Elbereth, but we're gonna lose our scimitar and our dagger. Crap. That's frustrating. We still have the What? Okay, we'll talk to my Arya. I thought you had 6 tracking me. We're working. Elbereth doesn't like humans bearing weapons inside the city limits, so I didn't know him. Maybe if you come, you can meet some people. I don't, well, okay. Should we go attend the, should we go attend the funeral, chat? Is that something we should worry about? Oh no, 6's expressions are amazing. We should attend it, alright. I suppose we should head over here. Well, we're not going to show you the crown. She doesn't deserve the crown. The crown is for people who did cool things. She just has illusions of grandeur, so we're not going to feed into those. Even if she doesn't actually like the crown that much, but, you know. In the meantime, we'll enjoy the color green. I have no idea what gas would make it turn green like this, but, you know, it's pretty. And, yeah. Like, this stream I definitely don't have a lot of fancy historical knowledge, given that this is a fully sci-fi game. But it is cool that this game, one has a really engaged, developing world. So the things you do actually will significantly change the story, what you find out, and how the world kind of responds. It's theoretically possible to screw up Iox irreparably. I just don't know how to. I'm definitely going to try if I can manage it, because it would be funny. But the things you do really have an impact, and I just love the core mechanics of sailing around, discovering places, and just this entire game's worth of pretty much environmental storytelling. And just trying to piece together the whole chronology. It gives you a lot, but yeah. We got a coin. Does it have writings? Does it have writings? Yes, there is. Okay, we've got a coin. A very small inscription of a coin. Yep. That's my reaction. I don't have a whole lot of information about that. Of something value. It does such a good job of communicating from literally nothing, of piecing together a whole language. So I assume this means a little? Because it's got many here. And this is volume not many? Or so quiet. So I assume this just means... I assume that means that, because it's X many. It is a coin. Which, again, it makes a lot of good contextual sense for this, that the coin would kind of say how much it's worth. Though, historically that's not a thing that usually happens. Like, yeah. It's definitely not a thing that happens a lot, where by and large it would just be the coin is minted in the name of this person. And so that's actually one of our best ways of learning historical names, especially of royalty, is through coinage and charters. I wonder if we have, there is an artifact trader on Elbreth. Yeah, we can actually do that quite helpfully. I wonder if we actually, yeah, that's what I thought. We've got two overlapping sites here. We have a really ancient site and an early Empire period site. We aren't able to find either of them yet, but I happen to know one is these. If we zoom in, these two spots where the river just kind of dead ends are our two locations. It just doesn't matter because we need to be able to access the site. We need to have enough artifacts to get to the site before we can actually go to the site. Yeah, they're abandoned moons that we need to attend to. So, you know, progress.
Mayari tried to stop me from sailing.
Yeah,
She
dig
said it
sites is
was
a good way to do
dangerous.
it.
But I don't think she meant dangerous. I think she meant wrong.
Uh-huh.
She's afraid of the rivers.
Lots of people are afraid of the
what
rivers.
all that space can do to you on the inside.
Lots and lots of people are afraid of the rivers in this nebula. We'll hear that a lot more on the other space. When we get way up north here. Eventually we'll go up here to Renaki, and when we get up there is when we'll get a lot more information about how people are afraid of the rivers. Yeah, well, there's definitely not a lot of well, worry about contract stealing when we are the only archaeologist in the nebula. We are tolerated by the university more than liked. It's kinda hilarious. We also don't believe in the loop, which turns out to be kind of a mistake, though not totally. The endgame is really wild and recontextualizes a lot of things, but we've got a lot of game before we actually get there. Anyway, let's go learn about the loop, because this is, well. Oh yeah, we should take a look at this object. Because this sundial actually has some things on it. Hello, Honk. Exactly. Lots of dig sites, lots of totally unknown dig sites, because no one's actually sailing besides to anywhere except the main places. But we get a lot of sites to find. Yeah, she worries about my soul. There's nothing wrong with my soul. Okay. The university is pretty stuffy. Huang's chill. Huang's super chill. But by and large, it's a lot of philosophy and not a lot of history. The loop makes sense. Does it? Does it though? You sure on that? We'll get an explanation of a little bit of what the loop is here at the funeral. Mayari is also like the rector of the university, so running the... and also makes her functionally the head of the protectorate, though. She tries not to mention that. Today we gather to recommend our brother Janaki to the waters. Who's the lady there? I don't recognize her. I think that's Renba's mother. Oof. I don't know if you knew her. She's a lot of people in Elbreth. Oh yeah, this place is super stuffy. Janaki Renba was our friend, our brother, our teacher. For some, a confidant. For others, an inspiration. He has left us too soon, but we trust he will be returned. Renba often traveled to Elbreth to see his family. He was like you in that way. Sure. Well, he was completely crazy, which makes it fit with us. Excellent. Janaki's departure is a deep loss to the university. His work here has changed our little community more than most of you may know. But it is his absence, however brief, that will be truly felt. Never? There are a lot of orphans in Elbreth. Perhaps when I grow up I'll understand why. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a problem. Woohoo! An Ioxian carpenter. Good to know that there is a world beyond here.
Mayari paused a moment, and then emptied something out of the hourglass.
So Renba begins another journey around the loop. As we remember him, so he sails the rivers above. Why did Mayari pour into the river? Oh, wait. Huh? Really? From the water they'll wash out to the stars.
The people began to sing.
Yes, carpenters would make chairs too.
The words were weird and old.
They're actually...
The sound drifted up and away into the nebula. Maybe Renba could hear us. Maybe not. Didn't matter. It was beautiful anyway.
Yep. And so we get a little bit of the hint of the reincarnation thoughts of the loop. Because the idea is that as the waters swirl forever, souls kind of filter out into the waters, and then they will end up landing back somewhere and being reborn.
The chanting died away. There were echoes. Then they were gone too.
friends, thank you for coming.
People began to murmur, then to talk.
And so we finished our thing already. Hello, no, I want to talk to you. Aaliyah. Beautiful service, don't you think? Sure. Leander, yes, but no. Good faith, good faith. They think he's coming back. I can't understand it. Oh good, someone else who thinks it's, who's skeptical of this. We'll see if we can't explain what the heck the loop is. Nothing to them is ever lost. Not people, not events. My son was one of them. In the end, he was happy here. Did you know, my boy? I went looking for him when he disappeared. Disappeared? What do you mean? Oh! That's awkward. That's super awkward. Alazra. Please, I'd like to just spend some time with my boy. Okay. Fair enough. So, we may be goofed. We may be super goofed. That's fine. I know you are skeptical of the Great Loop. Yes, indeed. What is it? Let's see if... I really want to get more information for you guys, because, you know, I don't understand either. But, yeah, the idea is that it is ultimate those who don't know the past are doomed to repeat it, which is yikes. Because she literally thinks that we are predicting the future, by doing this. Which is rough. A lot of people think it's kind of pointless, but turns out, loop theory is extremely, extremely old, but also not that old. And is also... makes an assumption, about what is going on that is not... Yeah, they totally lied about her son's death. Well, once lush, fertile, must have been huge forests. But it dried out. Hello? Yes? Are we... yes. Yes, we are. What's so curious? Your ideas are hardly wholesome. Yeah. Death and decay. You should devote yourself to a real science. Yeah. There's a 2,000-year-old statue of Mersey. You can see the chisel marks from where it was carved. Yes, curator? What a strange thing to say. Okay, curator. You, sure. He curates the archives, but seems to have no idea what the hell, he is doing with that. Exactly, loop philosophy is a totally genuine science. Use the words, Lisset. Whoops. We just accidentally turned off our robot? 6? Robot's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. See, you can turn the robot back on at will. Hopefully. You can stop it now. we didn't kill the we didn't permanently kill the robot. So if it's not clear, Slisset is a word of ancient. So that script we've been trying to deal with this whole time, that is an instance of the spoken word of it. That being said, we don't really know the, I'm not sure how to, write it, because that relationship, between the phonetics and what else is going on. Yes? Weird. Look at this thing. They claim this is the oldest thing on Iox. Some kind of sundial. Was the sundial made here? Probably. It's just like the one in the garden. Furthermore, that one was not made on Iox. There's an inscription on here. A long one, too. The start of some kind of fragment. Whole lot of words available here that might fit. Well, there's a palace. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that using that one there. You know? Huh. I actually really don't like using that one there, because this looks weird. There we go, that's better. With Empire, light provides... Oh, not provides. Provides light. Ta-da! We get a new word. This doesn't have... this definitely doesn't really, do plurals. The language doesn't seem to distinguish between one and many. If I'm remembering right. I will see if that's true, outside of pronouns. Like, it definitely does pronouns differently, where I is not we, is not they, is not he or she. Older than all the buildings here. Yes, it is. But we should go talk to... We should go talk to Huang, and we should then... we can actually go off and... never mind. Maybe we can give him our weapons. Put them in the archive so we don't lose them. Not that that loses them less, but at least they're not confiscated by Elbereth. I actually don't know what this statue is. You know. So... But, Professor Mayari has one in her office too, so it must be something related to loop philosophy.
The library is a quiet spot to think, except when Huang's in there. which of course, he always is.
Don't know what to do with yourself? No, is that bad? Renbit told me what he was looking for. An observatory. Let me tell you something I heard about Renaki. Let's see. No, fine, I was on Renaki recently, I know. Yeah, on a boat. Ha! Oh dear. Thank you, I would rather not. Anyway, he met a guy called Amadu, who had met an observatory, who... Well, it's a good question. What is he doing on Renaki? Trustworthy type? No. No, definitely not. Well, it's better than anything else we've got, and importantly, that lets us, go to Renaki, which lets us get to the library with the book that I'm trying to get to in this stream. So, that's pretty helpful. Let's actually show you some things. Fragment of an inscription, Holy Pilgrim and Angry Stranger. And ta-da! We got a, He gives us words that we don't know. Actually no, luckily Huang is totally wholesome and has a crush on Aaliyah, so it's fine. We're gonna break her robot again? We broke our robot, don't worry about it. Okay, he just reactivated our robot. Don't worry about it. It's fine. No, I don't think so. Gives us a little bit of time where our robot just doesn't do things. Don't worry, don't have sympathy for this robot. That happened before too. Must be getting old. Yeah, I know. Yes, we have. Several. Let's see if we can show something else. The blade fragment. And see, we get the artifact, and we find something, we can show it to him, and in his books, he can sometimes find us more inscriptions. So we can learn more ancient, so we can find out more about the world. We're going to do this for a little while here, where we're just getting new things. On a blunted copper sword, found in an Elberethian temple. It doesn't tell us where any new sites are, but it's at least getting us a bigger vocabulary. We are all We are all something in the end. Ta-da! Yep, as always, it is a... That should be our past tense marker, because this is the first character here is a verbal marker. This is clearly the separate glyph, and then this should be our past tense marker, so we are all parted in the end. Do we have anything more like that? Ta-da! Sketch of a new dagger, found adrift near Iox. Another one with a couple of problems. Sharp sword. Cuts. And 6 gives us a new word, confirms that one. I mean, it's got to be deep. Like, it's got to be the only word that makes sense in there. Obviously, is deep, though I'm not really sure how that's constructed. Adjective marker, many, not, sunbeam. So I guess it's far into the not surface. So yep, we can absolutely archive the blade fragments. And he'll wander off and go over there, and then he'll come back eventually, maybe. Well, I wonder if he actually, like, does he just no, he actually walks all the way over here. Neat. I thought he might just despawn once he was out of sight. That's okay. Let's take a look at some of these books. See if it'll actually come back. I don't know if he will. If he doesn't, it's not a big deal. We'll then go talk to my Ari and keep hiding from the things, but nope. Feet are hard to animate, I guess. It's part of just the style of this that... No, people do have feet, you just need to get close to them. See? He's got feet. It's just when walking. Like, when walking, even I lose my feet. Just because the movement of feet is just hard to animate. But if we're close and we stand still, then our feet reappear, and they're fine. This game was made by very few people. Inkle is a very small studio, so they definitely did what they could to save on resources. Hello? Yes, why were you... What are you... Nay, don't hassle me. We're fine. Oh, okay, you just walked back inside. Okay. Let's go talk to my Ari, since she asked us to. They don't know history, they don't know who built them. Well, actually, you built yourself more or less, so good job, 6. Robots know. What do all robots know? It's a good question. Of the ethical core. What is this ethical core? No, not gonna talk about robot ethics. They have an ethics core. We'll see what happens, you know. Yeah. See, there's another one of these weird, like, hypercube statues. I told her he had an accident with his equipment. I didn't tell her that her soul had disappeared off-river into the depths of the Nebula. Worry for her soul, if you can understand that. She's Elberethian. Well, it doesn't matter about that. Souls are carried... The rivers are nothing but ghosts and voices. They're not, They are actually not. They're, water. They're entirely made out of water. Is there a copy of Mazwai? Mazwai is history. Uh-huh. Quite well. Why are you looking at me like that? Stop it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, you seem to think that I am a reincarnation of Mazwai. Don't. I am not Mazwai, because I do not believe in the loop, and that is an important thing. Shh. Something caught your attention? Nope, nothing in particular. Yeah, shush. The tree is important to you. Not... Mazwai does believe in the loop. Mazwai is one of the sources of loop theory. Don't try to set me up with him. But yes, Angry American, this is... We're not studying aliens. We are... No. Hell no. We are studying the past inhabitants, our own ancestors, including the robots. The robots are one of the core things of study, but we're mostly looking at human history on the thing. We're just gonna lie. I've seen Memba's name on an artifact release form. There's no way I'll get a closer look with Mayari there. Wonder if I have a way to deal with Mayari. Not the colony, a series of empires. So I'll pull up the whole timeline of the world, or of the Nebula. So we can actually learn a lot about history, and what we do and do not know. This is totally sci-fi, not Earth. Don't, thinking about this as, despite everyone being human and speaking English, this isn't Earth. And the people here have no origin point in Earth. Anyway, Iox? Nah, all inscriptions. If we zoom out enough. Maybe? Yeah. So we're starting to see it here. 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, 50 years. There we go. Now we can start to see things. Nope, stop it. Stop it. Okay, here we go. So, from about 170 years ago, we enter the modern age where the Iox Protectorate gets founded. Okay, 175 years ago, which is ongoing to modernity. Initially encompassing only Elbereth and Iox, it grows to incorporate moons like Maerzi. Actually, those are the only 3 main moons, though others are implied to exist. The only 3 within the Protectorate we can actually see are Iox, Maerzi, and Elbereth. Renaki up here is actually outside of the Protectorate. I do have another weapon to hand in, a scimitar. The Dark Age here is a bit rough. Very little known is the years between the fall of Iox and the founding of the Protectorate. Which amazingly, look at that, 350 years, so that's I don't know, 1700? So, with that, well, there's a big lull in all of this, as the Holy Empire here, with a God Emperor, of who 6 is from this time period, and I don't mean the production of the robot, but also who the robot actually is. From about 1,000 years ago to actually wait, no, yeah, it should be the end of the ancient empire that 6 is made, as opposed to the beginning. I don't remember that for sure. Anyway, sometime around here, we have a, some event happened with these so-called fallers, who destroyed, the Empire, though who they are is unknown, yet. And there's a little bit of time here where, like, the loop stops being extant, and then the followers establish power, and yeah, the last Emperor dies in hiding, in the Hermitage Moon out here. Anyway, we have here then the Ancient Empire, and we don't know much about it yet, but we're starting to find things about it. That there's quarrying of Iolite crystals sometime in this period to help sail, and even before then, there's a whole lot of stuff going on of the distant past becoming our future, up to 4,000 years ago. Some kind of ancient observatory, which is way the hell out here. And yeah, we'll find out a lot more about this time as we find more artifacts, but no one's been looking, so it actually makes it quite difficult to look at the last 4,000 years of history. But like, this ancient site is on the map here is from before the Empire, and this is either from the very early Holy Empire or the Ancient Empire. And then there's some kind of unknown moon out here, which is also ancient. Viking Mischief, I'd have to actually look into that to be able to give you an answer with confidence as to why left Sinister gets evil associations. I know it's a like late Roman Empire development, but I really don't know with a high degree of confidence what's going on there. Let's go out to Renaku. See if we can't get to that very cool site and get the moon. Need to be careful. Selling 6 is going to be unwise. Cause if we don't sell 6, we might die. Or if we do sell 6, we might die. Yeah, we'll, see if we can't get another way of finding out what's going on. Perhaps robots once knew more than they know now. That's very true. They used to know a lot. The book we're going to find is extremely cool. Also gigantic. I have spent hours just pulling random passages from the book to try and build my vocabulary. We might still end up spending a long time trying to do that. I am curious what happens if we, get rid of if we actually do get rid of 6, but not gonna risk it with where we're going. Kinda need a new robot. But we'll sail past Meerzi here to head up to Renaki, which is solidly on the river and a very well populated and wealthy moon. It'll be really fun to see because it's a market moon way off on the fringes of the Nebula. And they've got a lot. Well, they make Elbereth look incredibly rich. And there's Meerzi up there, our big awkward lump of rock, but one with a lot of water on it, so it'll be good. Yes, this is what space travel looks like. It is entirely sailing in an actual honest-to-God boat. It is unbelievably relaxing, and I do so very much love it. And yeah, go give the developers of this game some love. As I said, their new game, Pendragon, is a game we are absolutely going to play, and it's like a turn-based... From what I've seen of it, it looks like a turn-based strategy game involving Arthurian legend, which is going to be incredibly cool. It should come out... Well, it was supposed to come out this summer, but obviously that did not happen. So it should be out, but still, I think the goal is sometime later this year that it'll come out. Oh, this is extremely gentle on the computer. You might see a little bit of, like, frame chopping, but it is an optimization issue, more than an actual stress on the system issue. Hi, Noravak. This is not my first playthrough, this is my second. So I'm actually in New Game Plus. So I know some of what's going on here, so I'm trying to do specifically different choices, just for my own entertainment as much as for anything else. I do so dearly like this game. I'm not going to wake up 6, Neurovac. I don't know if that's something you did, but my first playthrough, I woke up 6 properly, and it was a mistake, so we're not going to do that. But do you know, actually, if I give 6 to Amadou, will I get screwed over when I go to get the book, or will I be okay? Ooh, a boat. We found a boat made out of wood. A dented hammer. I wonder if we have an inscription on the hammer. Nope. Yeah, I met NK. Cool. There are 2 different sites related to each other. But yeah, we are going in a very fast bit of water. Here we go. Luckily, you know, these rapids don't actually screw us over. They just get us places faster. And we need to go places fast. Because, if you notice, there's a big chunk of empty space right here. Oh, there's another ruin there. Handy. We do need to try and pick up as many of these as we can, so maybe on the way... No, the way back's gonna be tricky. Well, we could work our way this way to get back, I guess. Work our way back to Meerzi through the rivers here. But there's also a lot of sites out here, so we'll see a lot of ruins out here by Renaki. I do so very much love this game. Here we go. Here is Renaki as we go bloop bloop. We're being smart and we're going more in space instead of being docking and making a whole bunch of attention, because there aren't a lot of traders that go out to Renaki.
We came to Renaka like thieves.
Bloop.
Hoppering ourselves into a narrow alley between high blank walls.
Oof. Good job, camera. I appreciate going through the building. But 1,200 people. Yeah. Statistically significant. About that, Lilia, you know that's not true. You've already speculated that's not true. Hello, books. We have a... Is this wise? Don't be weird and you'll be fine. We're not gonna be fine. Choose. Yeah. You'll be fine. Realize what...
We snuck out of the alley mouth into a bustling street.
Look at this, we actually have like
Hawkers
people.
shouted each other down about their wares.
So many people and stuff. And money. Lots of water, therefore a lot of wealth. Look at our Persian rug collection. Pattern similar to the one on the Nightingale, which my audit gave. Cool. Yeah, you wish. On an archaeologist's salary? Care for a flat mango. You're new here, I can tell. Never seen fruit this good before. Carnival grapes, fizzy just today. Where do we get our fruit from? It's a good question. It is fresh indeed. Ooh. What? What is a kumquat paste? You heard. How about a red pomelo? Possibly eject one of those. Yes, I'll buy a fruit. Pomelo sounds good. Package that up. I prefer jewelry and gold. Offer something small. What else do we have? Want to trade jewelry for fruit? Jewelry is very good for trading, good lady. So is fruit. You know, let's offer the sextant. I think we got everything worthwhile off of this. Well, ta-da! We got a fruit. Do you know a man called Amadu? Oh boy. Whereabouts will we do that? You know, that would be helpful information. In the plaza. Okay. Neat. Yeesh. We need to, we'll need to be careful, to, not trade away everything remotely valuable, because trading the crown would have been awkward.
The market of Renaka seemed to never end.
So we definitely don't want to do that.
Sold boots to the fruit sellers, who sold sour apples to the knife makers, whose blades the shoemakers used to make boots.
So much trade, so much.
I don't know if anyone on Renaka ever slept. But if they did, I bet they bought and sold their dreams.
Yep, look at how much water there is. And pots. But yes, they are not very kind to anything. Can't imagine Elbereth being like this. There's a lot of money here. And yeah, not being oppressed by the Iox Protectorate would be handy. So much stuff. So much stuff.
A fountain was messing about in the middle of the square,
Ooh.
spitting at passers-by.
Hint. Spoilers, he's up there. But we can talk to her and then hopefully get around, but I need to we do need to talk to Amadu first in order to get the key. Hopefully eventually get the key. We'll see. This place is extremely wealthy. But yeah, apparently this place is very, very far away. I know. Those are lizards. Can we buy a friend? Gecko, all colors. Let's buy a friend. Hello, friend. By Gecko? Finest Gecko, it climbs walls. Can reach hard to reach places. Sorry, I mean, you sell geckos. I don't want a gecko. Not robot gecko. Gecko live gecko. Gecko now or gecko later? I'm looking for someone called Amadu. You want gecko? How much does one cost? 33. 6? I'm buying a gecko. Oh boy, I am very happy about this gecko. I'm not having a gecko clambering inside my lower drawers. I'll buy a stripy one, please. And I can give the brooch, that should be worth 33. Ancient and mysterious things. Offer something valuable. Okay. That's annoying, but we'll give away that for reasons, but we got a gecko. I am very happy about this purchase. I regret nothing. Why not call it 7, mistress? Oh boy. Maybe I'll call it... Come on. These are all dumb names. What? Very possible. Gecko's very quick. Where did it go? You want more gecko? This time you hold it tight by the neck. I want that gecko back. My job catching geckos is very hard.
I could smell fried meat, spiced apple,
Gecko.
fresh leather, wealth.
No. I'd rather have talked to the lizards. Oh. And annoyingly, one problem of that hoop, giving away that hoop, is that I don't have it now for the robot merchant, The visitors, we're supposed to get lost. Hello, Amadu. Who are you? I'm looking for Amadu. Ta-da! What do you want? I was told you could help me. You want a servo? Are you buying? You've got one already. I'm not here about robots. Yep, hopefully it just went to the ship, because that would be mean. That would be very mean if it just stole it. A friend of mine told me to talk to you. See what the big ears, I sent a bigger Ioxian. But is my discovery worth this one? I have found an observatory. The observatory is just a ruin. Is that so? Are you sure? I'm a scholar. I read things. I didn't say that. Okay, all the details of negotiation. What do you want? I want to know what you have first. Observatory, what state is it in? Let me tell you about the observatory. I've walked its corridors, seen ancient machines. Built on 3 levels, each is circular, each wider than the one above. Topple from the sky, and yet it stands. The robot isn't mine to trade. Don't see anyone else around. Mistress, please. Does not seem likely. Are you going to cut away Six's head? Certainly not. My servers are in prime condition. They don't have heads is their decision. Sure. Sure. I don't like your terms. Corridors of glass. The machines like gigantic servers buried deep below crust. Are you sure you won't trade? Chat, what do you think? Should we trade? Especially Neurovac. I'm curious on your opinion, since you've played this. I definitely don't trust the used robot salesman, but the thing he is describing is actually pretty similar to the Vault. Well, Chad is indecisive. I see 2 no's and 2 yeses. Neurovac, the thing I'm mostly worried about is the airless moon. Getting stuck there without 6. Alright, hopefully we can bust him out of jail, you know? Or trade something more valuable to get him back? Well, it's just business, right? Mistress, please. A glass of water then, to deal with it. This'll be interesting. I don't... Ha, the lady jokes, of course. I'm not giving you my robot for nothing. Consider the situation. I am a respectable businessman with a reputation to secure. You are some kind of vagabond who intends to leave this moon at a moment's notice. You will trust me. I don't think so. I want my robot more than I need you. Perhaps now you might give me the robot? Your word is not enough. To find it? No, it's not. You'll need hard evidence, which I will give you as soon as our transaction is completed. No deal. We will, I already have Shearlong, so, I definitely don't trust that. The offer is there if you want it. Okay. We'll talk to his daughter first. He is not at all pleasant. Mistress, what just happened? Truly a victory, yes, indeed. He is...
A fat man with a scar flashed a cheeky smile at me as he walked away.
he is not at all honest, because I happen to know the observatory he went to is not actually that observatory. Because we can talk to his daughter. It turns out, just for the sake of argument. Yeah, how angry do you think he'd get if you hoppered away after purchase? Not convinced that powerful allies, yeah. I am not Six's primary owner, which I think you're right means I can't actually sell him. Which would make sense, not many on Elbereth can read. Do people here read? Of course. Well, thanks. I'm from Elbereth. I'm lying. Ish. Not totally, but lying. Yeah, it is some kind of a, What's your book? I like books. Yes, I know. No, quite literally the opposite. But yeah, I absolutely, yeah, I definitely can't do that, which is fine. He was here on Aranaki quite recently. His name is Huang. But yeah, I can't make him the primary user, cause obviously my Ari is. Do you mean he sailed here? Did you? Shush. Yes, technically. Library's there. Ah, Yox, I've always wanted to visit a real library. But we've got a big one. Yox is 3. She is way cooler than her father. She is way cooler. Quite serious. Actually serious. I'd love to see it. But I couldn't ever sail. My soul is pure and I'll keep it that way. What do you mean by that? I mean, we are a bit of a bastard, but you know, we are See the Nebula if you don't sail. Do you really think like that? You don't find you lose anything out there? I lose my way sometimes. Yeah, the priests of the Great Loop are very clear about sailing being a problem. The rivers strip away your soul. It's what they're made of, after all. They're clear on that, are they? And how do you think they get from moon to moon? Excuse me. I don't get much time. My father will have me back at the account soon enough. Do you know Amadu? Yes, I do. Why? He wanted to buy my robot. Yeah. I'm sure he'll give you a fair deal. He's my father. I bought a Gecko, but it fled. Why did you buy a Gecko? I was trying to buy information. Well, the seller didn't seem to know anything. Anything at all, really. I need to keep talking to her, because hopefully I can eventually get her key. They're mostly the same book. Print of one book and they off we go. Same as the bread makers do. I'm sorry to trouble you. I'll let you read. I must get back to your work.
The size
Okay.
of this place was nothing compared to Elbereth,
Huh.
but it was more packed with life.
So there was a lot of that. I think we may have done everything we can, or everything we need to. But yeah,
More business, more hope.
Well, the thing I'm scared of is if we leave, or if we do what we're supposed to, with tricking him, we might screw over, we might not be welcome back here anytime soon. We'll see.
Then from behind me
Hello.
came the patter of steps.
Wait, please. Mina? Hopefully, you spoke to my father. Tell me about sailing. Does it hurt? No, it doesn't. Unless it hurts your heart a little. You should try it with someone you trust. No, back to your ship? Back to Iox, is it far? I'm going out there somewhere. I'm looking for something. Here, I want you to take this. Heck yes. My father gave it to me. It's from somewhere. A library, he said. But I don't know what it might open. Thank you. It's beautiful. I'm sure it isn't worth anything. But if you manage to turn it anywhere, then tell me what you find. Cool. This is the thing I needed. We'll see if I can't, it hurts my eyes to try and read them. We need a magnifying glass. We absolutely need to try and find a new place. But yeah, I will try to, there's a lot of symbols, but I think it must say key. A reasonable assumption for a key. I actually don't know what this one is. I guess maybe important? Because this is... well... or maybe hidden. I'm trying to remember if this is part of the symbols for Heaven's Vault. Because if you notice, this actually does have three rings. Maybe, so let's try that. It could be hidden or important. Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know if it's narrow. That doesn't seem right. But we'll find out as soon as we see this word again. We'll be able to guess, or Hwang can tell us something maybe. Anyway, so see what things we can find. We're gonna go find that first. I think if we go find the library first and then sell the robot, we can kind of do best of both worlds of not screwing over ourselves. Yeah, it totally does, Leander. You're right. The Gecko escaped. I'm sad. Hopefully we can relocate our Gecko, because hopefully it just ran to the... well, it has no way to get to the ship, so I have no idea what it would do, but we brought a friend, at least, briefly. My Pomelo. Hello. I did it. But it was so expensive. Oh, there you are. Hello, friend. 6, look, the Gecko came with us. How are you aware? She'll ever sail. Deeply profound. What got into you? Uh-huh. Sure. Let's go. Gecko! It totally worth. Absolutely worth how much that cost. It cost me a piece of a centuries to millennia old robot. But, you know, We'll actually go here, but we'll actually try and sail around this area to try and get the bits we need for the new site. Chameleons are the ones that change color. Gecko don't normally. Though I suppose it's not impossible by any metric. Okay. I need to follow the path here, at least until I can get off the river and start meandering. Meandering is good. Some people believe sailing is bad for the soul. It's water and air, so... But being immersed in a sea of souls can't be good for you. Luckily, you know, that's not what they are, and we'll actually get to futz around with them a little bit, which is kind of the ultimate disapproval of the Great Loop. A lot of the history behind the Great Loop ends up being true, but eventually we'll start futzing with the Nebula itself, which will cause some issues. In the meantime, though, we can just enjoy how amazing it is. Luckily, 6 is as much of a skeptic as we are. Which is generally good news, as it turns out. You can do a chemical analysis on them. When humans die, mistress, do rivers come out of them? A valid point. Cool. Good to remember that we need to go that. We need to go this way, and then that'll let us go all the way out here and get enough to find the ancient library, which I know is here, but we can't just go there. If we could just go there, I would just go there, but the game doesn't actually let you do that, I think. Oh good, unexplored ruin. Hello, let me navigate to here. No? Is it not going to let me? Weird. Why did it not let me do the thing? Yup. Let me navigate there. Grr. Why will it not let me do the thing? Can I stop the navigation to here? No. Can I start the... Yes, thank you. Sheesh. I mean, it's kind of Final Fantasy VII. Oh, there's another one out there. Huh. I don't know. We can try just sailing straight there, but it doesn't let me just navigate there, so I didn't think I could actually just visit the library yet. Well, we can try though. I mean, I know how to get to it. Just gotta make some lefts. And we can visit, if it fails, we're still on track to visit this ruin, and then make another loop and go up here to visit 2 more. So, yeah, we can try that. And that tells us, oh good, there's one coming up just here. That's okay. We can approach this shipwreck. Because luckily the bits of rock here are basically fragments, and scratched metal candle holder carved with an image of a circle. So yeah, they same site as the dented hammer and the sextant found out in the wash. Okay, I need to follow it for this moment, though there is a little bit of room here for things, but let's follow this. And I wonder if that actually narrows our search site here at all. No, it does not. We do not have enough to attempt to pinpoint it yet. To Tappy, he might have something to from the same site. Yeah, we are being a lot more unscrupulous about it than we were on my first try. Because my first run, I barely traded any artifacts. We should go right, but we're not going to go right. So, because I need to make a left turn and then kind of make sure I'm being careful about which way we're going. So it's left, and then another left, and then the second left. Got it. And hopefully it won't screw us up too badly. But yeah, if we can just jump straight to the library and skip some of the issues, you know, that'd be totally fine. A left, and more music, more pretty clouds, and another left? Soon? Soon. Yeah.
Some say the rivers have a
Or
source.
second left, yeah.
A single wellspring where they all begin.
This is...
People love tidy explanations for things.
Ooh, there's another one up there. What? Is that the... That one actually works for us. We can take that path. Oh. Let's go this way. Because I do like having just more things. More things is good for us. But yeah, I hope we can go to the Ancient Library and the, what is it, the Serpent's Pass? Or whatever it is. And some of the other ones. Must have come from somewhere close by. It has been marked. And it's a complete inscription, despite being, you know, 3,000 years old. We have a complete inscription in Ancient. One thing this game definitely doesn't do is, the... That's weird. What I was saying is that they don't actually, That's very weird. A double X like that is odd. So something's not right here. Clearly incorrect, and it will give me a hint here as to what word doesn't... Cool. It's not that. Should still be as rivers, and we should be fine. No? Okay. Then maybe it's just flow and not the rest of it. No? No? Very peculiar. We'll just keep giving it as many places as we can, even though this is clearly... Oh! That was right. But yeah, this is... That's rivers flow. I guess XX, instead of being not, like, not and, but... I guess XX is so? Not. Peculiar. Good to know. We have more conjunctions. Weird grammatical bits are weird. I'm shocked that was how that read, but, you know, I'll take it. The same place as Crash Candle Hill. There was supposed to be a turn there, and there wasn't, so luckily we have to make a full circle anyway, so we can just follow the path, and then get off of it again. We learn more things today. Sometimes this language confuses me. I guess, but I've never seen a double negative appear at the same time. So actually, since, you know, double negatives aren't always a bad thing. In fact, some languages actively encourage them as intensifiers, and Old English used to do that, where the more not something is, it's just more levels of not rather than becoming a yes. And lots of German and Czech, I think, both still do that too. So sometimes it slips through that this is based potentially on a little bit English rules. But yeah, instead of making it more negative, actually, I've explored that one, but I wonder if there's a ruin along it. So I'll actually go this way. We'll take the more circuitous route here and see if we run into another object. Yeah. We will find out. Sadly, the answer appears to be no, we do not. Disappointing. I would love if we could find more things to get to that library. Because the library is nearby. I mean, it is just here. So being able to get to it would be cool. This is an advantage of New Game Plus, though. Having a fully complete map instead of just looking for stuff is way easier for both streaming and for making sure that we're doing actually vaguely interesting things. Anyway, I do need to take this right so we can take the left afterwards. Here we go! A piece of debris some distance away on the right. Oh, well, this is a problem. I notice our path does not actually path the way I wanted it to, so we'll have to make another circle. Yeah. It's a very crude thing, but we have another piece here. Yeah, one thing this game doesn't do is show language change over time. Clearly it happened in that Elberethian has lost the script but keeps largely the phonetics of Ancient. But that's not the language of cultural hegemony, and it's not the language that is derived from Ancient in any way. So it okay, this probably isn't gates. Came through work? It could be it could be both songs and labors. Yeah, I know, it's a little bit unreasonable, but you know, it would be so cool if there was a little bit more going on in linguistic change, though it would make the game obviously a hell of a lot harder. I'm curious, this doesn't look like it's gates, but we've got many and we've got light. And we have no related words. So we've got like light here, and we've got many, so I guess labors? Yeah. It makes contextual sense. It could also be songs, contextually makes sense. And, I mean, it would be a culturally way more interesting way of phrasing it if it's something that is literally founded through... Something that is founded through songs is incredibly, okay, move further out than any we had seen before. Cool, actually. That identifies it. So these actually came from Heaven's Vault. Somewhere distant. It simply just identifies that as a place.
I
So-
found my first ruin the second time I went sailing. I was trying to get back to Elbereth, but of course I missed the turning and I found myself on the twisting rivers of the Wires. I pretty much screamed the whole way down. But at the bottom, there it was. A hunk of rock with a dome. Big enough to tether to. I found a brass eagle. And I took it home to my Ari, like I'd killed the thing.
Okay, so we are now back on our track. We can grab this ruin and then hopefully go this way to make it work. I was curious that this turning here, that I know exists, did not yet exist on the... So I'm not sure what's going on with that. That may be a way that they locked you away from getting to places, is that the moons aren't actually allowed. Unfortunately, no, we do not ever see another ship. It's just us. Not a whole lot of people go out here, especially in the farther reaches, where we are. There isn't a whole lot of interest in that idea. Most of the traders would go between Renaka and some of the other moons that aren't marked here, or would travel within the Iox Protectorate. So, we don't actually get to see a lot. Now, if I'm right, we should need to go this way. Hopefully there's actually a bridge here. Yeah. They lock me off from this place. Wild. And there's the ruined library out here that we don't have enough information to get to. Okay. So we've got a site here. We've got a site here. We've got a ruin out there. Well, we can keep going down into here at least, and maybe see if we can find enough things to get to the ruined library. Because we've missed, there's just a lot of uncertainty, and I really want to get to that library. It would be really helpful. Because that book is my favorite thing in this game. Out of a game full of excellent things, that one is by far the most. Oh well. We will keep looking, and we've got an hour and a half left in the stream, so we should be okay. That being said, actually before we get too excited in our search, those of you who have been around for a while know the drill. To keep my computer running and avoid lag, I use ice packs to help cool it. Those need to get changed out, so I'll be back in just a moment while I get more of that, more ice packs for that. So be back in a minute or two. And I return. More ice packs, more good times. Let's see where we're going. We want to look in the vicinity of this ruined library to attempt to find it, though it does seem like the actual area is blocked off for a moment yet. But we can at least look around, see if we can find, No, we actually don't need to turn left. We need to... Well... It's gonna be tricky, actually. Because the rivers go there, I can loop there. And then that we can get in to this area. Okay. And also 6 must be so mad at me for just ignoring all the directions. Because let's be honest, yeah. It would be very... Ooh, there's another ruin up there. Can we get back in if we go this way? Ah, that'll be annoying. That's alright. I believe in us. We are going nowhere in particular, so I am happy to just grab ruins as we see them. I know. Recalculating. But we found an extremely ancient site here. Earliest days of the Nebula means that it is old as hell. And we got more words. More words is more content for you guys. Let's see. So, we've got a whole lot of things here. For every... Here's a noun here. Wall. For every wall, there must be a door. My GPS has an ethical core that keeps it from strangling me. See, you gotta program your thing to have a sense of morality, and then it won't strangle you. That being said, it might not have problems strangling my Gecko. Huh. Help us locate a moon further out than any we had seen before. Ah, dang it, that's another sight from the vault. Annoying! I don't care about the vault. I know that's the plot of the game. But like... Unknown rivers to the left. Ooh, actually, that's hugely valuable. That saves me so much time. Crap. Turn. Yeah, made it. Ooh, and a place of little flow. Around here. Which means that there is something here if I look around. We'll just have to be careful to stay off of our main path, because there's just something to look for here. I can't go any other direction, so... Rude. It won't let me go into this space. Well, we could go around here and work our way... No, I don't trust it. I do not trust it to not be mean to me. But if we go up here, I guess... If we go up here... Again, maybe then we can work our way down and in here to get in. Oh no, it's weird that it's blocking me off this way. Oh crap, I wanted to go this way. No. Shh. Fine. We'll keep sailing blindly. I had come up with a plan and then I immediately botched it. I don't want to totally reset it, because I think that takes me all the way back to Ranaka. Instead of just to the previous turn. But, we need to not go left, we need to go right. Hey Raptors, glad you can make it. We are just hanging out having a chill stream. Like, I don't have a whole lot of fancy history content for you guys, but just enjoying deciphering languages, because that is a good hobby. It continues to be a very good hobby. I don't know if you watched the original or the previous iteration. Neat, this is a different time period. A silver compass with some glyphs. Hmm. I mean, follow me if you can. Okay. Oh, it's broken. Okay. That makes sense. Follow me if you can. But obviously there's bits left of this. To try and figure out what's going on. Wait, no it wasn't. I think this comes from the same place as the sextant and the scrap of paper. And its location. Do we have enough to discover, Nope, this is another Heaven's Vault one. Frustrating. I don't care about the vault, I care about all the rest of it. Wait, why do you... Oh, right. I understand. Because we need to take the loop-de-loop. Loop-de-doo. And up we go, and it takes us up and around and over, and, you know, directions are meaningless in space, so we can actually go this way. And we found another ruin, and hopefully that actually, you know, helps. May it be something not totally useless. A scrumpled. Scrumpled. It's a good word. Blurry fragment from a longer phrase. Okay. P says... So, see, it just tells me if it's plural or not. Pieces of... Huh. I have a lot of words here. Pieces of something... Nope. I don't think I know enough to understand this. Pieces of are here. Same site. Oh good, we got another library piece. Thank goodness. I appreciate that we're finally getting library pieces, because that's what I'm trying to actually find, not... Oh good, Holy Empire. This is fairly young then. A torn, thick roll of paper, empty except for some mathematical diagrams. And inside the diagrams there's something written. So, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Oh boy. Empress says... Which it doesn't actually specify. Emperor, Empress, Emperors, Empresses are all the same word. Oh, okay. Withering Palace, thank you. Sleep in Withering Palace. So, this is to the other site that we're looking for, the Withering Palace, which is hugely important in the lore of this world. Same site as the tablet and the square of foil. A lot of leads on a place called the Withering Palace. Ta-da! Oh, wait. Yeah, that's what I thought. The library is up here. The Withering Palace is here. There's another site somewhere out there. Okay. We need to keep looking for the library. Because that's kind of what I'm actually wanting to do. More than the Withering Palace, though we can actually go there now, which is something. And it gives us more... The Withering Palace gives us more things. So... But we have a new... we finally got the ability to actually look at it. But I want to at least look around here in the Withering... Oh, well... I have read this book. Yes, 6? What book is it? Oh boy. 6? That got me really lost. Wow. Six, are you alright? I have read this book. This is mine. Yes, it is. Good job. You figured it out. Hey look, there's an ancient site up there. This very copy? Does not seem possible. Yes, you have. Good job. NK, you are starting to remember who you are. Good job. We'll find where this book came from. And see what we find there. But yeah, like, we're not going to be able to get to this site, though, I'm sure. I'm sure this path is blocked. It just doesn't exist yet in the rivers. Which is, you know, a little frustrating. But there is a site right there. Right freaking there that we can't get to. The ruin sites are not random. The ruin sites are actually set locations. Oh huh, there was a ruin right there. It's not going to let me get to there, but you know, that's fine. But if we do go in here, we might have a thing. More navigation. More stuff. We'll see if they let us find a new place. Cause what's going on here is that these are all search sites. Oh, no, it just doesn't let us. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Oh, there's a ruin. Maybe. It tends not to... It seems to just not like letting us do things. So, you know, actually, since we're making a circle, let's go. Really? It doesn't actually give me a way to get there. Okay. Okay, yeesh. Yeah, so they aren't random. They are, I think, predetermined locations. But it doesn't keep where ruins you found are between playthroughs. So I've got to rediscover them. I don't have a complete map. And what it seems to be is for a site that you are close to finding, what it does is it gives you a series of search locations, which you can know which one is right. But
I once thought I saw a fish in the waters of the Silk Pass. But maybe it was a mermaid.
Anyway, it seems to not let you access any of the potential sites, which will help narrow down your search area till you eventually get to the right moon. It doesn't let you access any of those ruins until after you have enough to know that the site is there on this playthrough. It's not enough to just know. Even though it would be way more convenient if I just knew. So yeah, ooh, some distance away on the right. Dang it, okay, we can go around this way, and actually get to that one. Because what I hopefully will find is that not the Withering Palace, but we'll actually find, you know, something else. More things to the library. I think we only need like one or two more artifacts in order to get to it, so it would not be hard, it's just not convenient either. So we will have to find out together if we can actually get to that within the next hour. I hope you guys are enjoying just sailing around, enjoying the pretty and calming sounds and my own voice. We'll have a lot more interesting things to be saying next tomorrow's stream, because obviously I'll be hanging out with Red from Overly Sarcastic Productions, and we'll have a lot to talk about with Darkest Dungeon. And if we go this way, Then we can go approach the shipwreck. This is, I think, another Heaven's Vault piece. No, somewhere nearby. Cool. The casing seems to be decorated with symbols. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Darkest Dungeon, which is a Lovecraftian horror dungeon crawl sim. That's a Yor. There's a point. Your prow towards? Oh. Yeah, it is prow. For home. Voila. And that's gotta be right. Yes, indeed, angry. Angry American. From the map and the key. Good, this helps us locate the library. Do we have enough to do it yet? Not yet. Still need at least one more. We'll plot our way that way. Oh, no, not this one. Plot our way towards this one. And see if that lets us get to this little squiggly bit. I'm going to take the little squiggly bit instead, because the little squiggly bit is fun. But we're just enjoying this sailing through this place. The Withering Palace is going to be crazy when we get there. But it's a very mysterious site at this point. Oh, so I want to get to the library first, because the library does a lot of interesting things, and it gives us an entirely new site to look for, and we'll just only mostly die. Only mostly. It's fine. Okay, we're going on the squiggles. Both paths lead the way we're going, so... Hang on, if these are both squiggles, then surely this one squiggles better. Directions are hard. I need to go this way. Whee! And if we go straight, actually that takes us around the coast here, which might be interesting for us. The Ancestor is unbelievably quotable. It's going to be such a shame that I have to turn him down at all. For the sake of, you know, being audible, since he talks all the time. He talks constantly, which is actually a bit of a problem for, you know, streaming and talking over him. Squiggles! I wonder if there's actually a point to that, or if it just squiggled for squiggle's sake. Look at this go! Yep. Wow. That squiggled us very far. Impressive. Gotta get my entertainment somehow. Wow, this just keeps on going. As we re-enter the waste. All the way up here. So we just passed all these rapids. And now we can go around. Hopefully find one more piece of evidence for that library, or several more. Because it is a very cool site, and it has some interesting maps to interesting places, and it's got a book, and books are the most important thing. But yeah, I frankly, like, he's, while I'm fairly confident that he's got to be lying about what he saw, because there's no way to access the vault, and the actual observatory, but I don't know, he may at least lead us to a new and interesting place. But yeah, like, he can't be describing Heaven's Vault, though what he does describe has a few similarities. I think he's actually describing the Withered Palace. That makes more sense to me. But I'm not sure on that. We'll find out. Because I think we will sell him. Sell 6, and then get 6 back, and just never go to Ranaka again. Sorry. But yeah, I cannot. Oh, that was another turn off that did not exist. Very helpful. I've already been to that ruin, right? Yeah. Okay. So we just end up needing to keep looking, and yeah, hopefully we're close, so that we can actually, like, find a new place today, and then see what's going on there. A lot of just quiet sailing. Ooh, that is an old ruin. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, I thought you were new. And we have the once we get to the library, that's probably where we'll call it, because it seems like this is going to take a long time of just sailing around. But that's okay. We need a chill stream once in a while. Not everything can be serious and horror-based and, you know, generally leaning into the bad stuff. Sometimes it can just be sailing around, piecing together a cool, mysterious story. Okay. Actually, following the directions for the first time ever. It feels weird to be actually following the directions, you know? Oh yes, compared to the rats, this is way more cheerful. And just soothing. Everything can be terrible tomorrow. Perfect. The most number crunchy horror game I can ever imagine. A precisely written book. Just... Okay, this has got to be from the library. Though, you know, why the rest... We can't look at the rest of the book is beyond me. But, you know, whatever. Whatever. Big words for found. Something can be found. It's a long one, but I'm sure it translates as found. Ta-da! This must be past, because it's time being a loop. The loop philosophy is very old. So loop, and then the past tense marker, so gotta be past. The past can be found. It's so distinctive, and... Well... Oh, that wasn't even the same site. Where to look for the site of the ancient library Mina had a key for. Perfect. If this one is one more, maybe that'll be enough to actually let us find it. Maybe it will actually let us, find... Nope, this is another earliest days of the Nebula. Dang it! An annotated... Oh, close to here. Never mind. Okay. It's sometimes weird how they determine how dating of things there are. But we know that word's the Nebula. The many things, is endless, and then a new word. Believe you can be confident of your translation for endless. Check. And then this is a, well, the Nebula is an endless loop. Makes a whole lot of sense, and that's one of the core ideas of loop philosophy, is, you know, the idea that there is... Oh, great. Site of the ancient library. Way easier. Perfect, we can find it now. Yeah, I'm going... Yes, please. in this area to try and find more sites. Yeah, I'm going to the side of the ancient library, please. Okay, are you not... Plot a course to the side of an ancient library. Okay. Yes. Vicinity of the site. View possible search locations. Now we can unlock all of these little spots. So we can take our time going to each of these. The correct one is clearly right here. But we'll grab a couple of these on the way. Because that shouldn't be too... No, actually, we can grab this one, because that's less out of the way. And then we can grab this one, because that's not out of the way by much either. Crap. Or I can miss my turn, and need to recalculate again. But good, now that we've unlocked the site, we can actually go find the site, and have more things to talk about, because libraries are very, very good. A good question. How do we find it? Let's find out how we find it after this. Thank you, Sex. Incredibly helpful. Now, a ruin. Ancient times. So, presumably this is probably... very old. But... unfortunately, one of the consequences of these being splintered off of moons, being literally torn out into the rivers, is that dating the sites themselves is extremely hard. Never be led from the path. Ta-da! Once again, a helpful bit of environmental storytelling of kind of, like, this seems to me, as with a lot of the sites, to give a little bit of context into these cultures that come before us, and very much a, like, ritualistic site of, or ritualistic practice of inscribing blessings related to the purpose of the object, as a way to make it more effective at its job, and of more use to its human users. We see that really regularly, even up to the the late Empire sites, and yeah, that shows us a whole lot. So that narrowed it down a whole lot for us. But yeah, it's a really neat insight into the culture, though it's not my favorite bit of environmental storytelling or artifact-based storytelling within this bit of within the game of this run, because on Renba's ship, or in the ruins of it, we did find a silver telescope that said "Return home to your mother," which is such a wonderful... That's kind of like a dream archaeological inscription, where it's incredibly obvious. Yeah, pilgrims. Okay. So this is presumably, yeah, of pilgrims. I don't know why it needs us to, you know, actually, suggest what's going from... Oh look, and it slices off another search location. Cause, yeah, we found another thing from the site, so... we are working on it. Which way is better? I guess they're exactly the same. Neat. And we have the music back. Thank goodness. I was getting tired of there being silence except for my voice. Ah. Calm. Okay, and we can head straight in and actually go straight, pretty much straight to the site. We found it. And depending on how long this takes us to get the site back, we may navigate to the Withering Palace and at least, you know, land. We're going to go there. Actually, that's not helpful to us at all. Let's just navigate to this one. Let's just call it a day and navigate to the correct one. So yeah, we just do radiation signatures, or I should say, that 6 does the signatures for triangulation, and he becomes the way that we actually, you know, figure this out. And by just checking the radiation signatures of these different places, we're able to eventually figure out where we're supposed to go, and which one is the core site and which ones are just broken bits off of it. And this side of the ancient library is in fact somewhere around here. It is such a good site. I am very excited to show you guys it. Okay, so either path, either direction is fine. Yeah, I know you don't know, but we are going to find out very soon, 6. Because I have a map. And all the sites have opened up for me again, thankfully. So I mean, we could just make a quick loop here to pick up another artifact, but we are navigating to our destination. Let's hurry up and get there, so I have enough time to properly explore it. Because, well, sailing around is enjoyable. Really, the coolest parts of this game are the actual moons that we land on. We've never been to Elbereth, so, like, I haven't talked about that one. But this library is a deserted fragment of air. And it is so wonderful. I feel like we're sailing through a cloud. We kinda are. These are ice crystals that are going up. And we sail in here. See, as just said. Wee-hee. The river is super still around this part. But we are back within the search zone. So let's see what our options are. Our options are all roads lead here. Joke's on you, I'm on New Game Plus 6. In the on the first playthrough where you don't have any of this map and are just sailing around trying to find sites, it's actually really, really cool. And has a wonderful sense of discovery about it. As you're like, well, what's over here? Maybe it's this? Nope. Maybe it's this? Nope. But if you take your time and explore around and fill out your map, then suddenly it becomes a lot easier to find what sites you actually intend to go to. In this case, we're intending to go to this site right here. As the river opens out to basically nothing. Is that it? What we're looking for? We will need to hop her down. And so yeah, there's actually a surface we can land on, which is amazing. It is incredibly good. Oh, especially in this place, Angry American. I expect you guys to be spamming ancestor quotes tomorrow, by the way. I absolutely demand it because it is good. But look at this site. Look at it.
And deathly silence.
Practically deserted, but still.
This place was so old, even the ghosts had died.
Yeah, we are very sick, but which is going to be a problem given that we have not a lot of air. We will eventually pass out. How long? Oh boy. Let's move. As you can see, we now have a timer. It actually will give us longer than 7 minutes. Cause... yeah. Open the door. Not just stuck. I think it's locked. We do have a key though. Try mean is key. Yeah, cause... this is a kind of important idea. Yeah, I do. I've got something called shared lung, which is a chronic respiratory illness. That is apparently terminal. Sadly, it's, the key works, but it still is stuck. So let's go look around. So yeah. Luckily, the advantage of ruins is that there's a lot of, potential entrances. But yeah, while it claims 7 minutes, I'm pretty, like, 85% sure that this is plot-based, because this is actually a site-critical, thing to, find another plot-relevant place, with a map of the rivers.
The air should have reeked of ash and smoke.
Unfortunately, this is a library,
These walls were dry bones.
and like way too many things, it has been lit on fire. And this is truly ancient. Let's check the timeline actually. The materials, the construction, they are old, yes. But I would not say they were primitive. Thank you for correctly noticing that. Let's find out where the burned tower actually was made. Because we should have a timeline-ish of where the heck the, or when the heck. Yeah, look at that. Approximately 1900 years ago is our estimate for when this thing was founded. So this is genuinely really old. But as to when it was burned is a little bit less of a certain. Yeah, this is old beyond belief. Hello, this is the door we unlocked from the other side. And it's just stuck. There were scrolls on these shelves, the fires burned them to hell. And then the wind swept the ashes away. Are there any other settlements? A great question. Sadly, our scans did not suggest anything of the sort. But yeah, as you can see, like, we're not keeping track of the, of our air pretty much at all. And this is old, weirdly, like, why is mining equipment in a library? But at least it's a site, so this is to something potentially a brand new site. Luckily, this is important because the site is the site described in this mosaic. A piece of the floor just collapsed. Stairs that go up. We'll be fine. And what else have we got here? Oh, more things on the mosaic. There's an inscription. Hello, inscription. We'll try and be quick about it, because, you know, inscriptions are potentially a problematic thing, if we are trying to spend more than a few seconds reading this, given that air is a bit limited, but that's okay. Let's see, we can do it of. We can do a water. We've got a gift out here. Was. That matches given. For. For many moons. That's a lot of glyphs, and voila. This is an advantage of New Game Plus, that we are able to just get this. And we have a bunch of new words, so the gift of water was given for many moons. The gift of water? And you can see now it's ticking down very slowly as our actual amount of air. We'll have to go upstairs in order to get a better look, but some kind of pattern. We're just speculating, because, yeah. We have very limited abilities to check. And yeah, most of this place is completely destroyed. Let's go up. Fire must have been terrible. Hard enough to... Yeah, this is a, problem. Because if it's, give me a moment.
Right on the brink was an enormous book.
Look at it.
On a curved metal stand.
Look at it. This is my favorite object in the game. Be careful up there, mistress. Yeah. I noticed. Must have been another level up, but it's gone. But you can look down from here and... Yeah, I know.
It was spinning.
Look at them. Look at it. I am deeply jealous of this book, by the way. I am extremely deeply jealous. Yeah, there we go. The mosaic floor. It's not an abstract pattern. It's an identifiable thing. 4 moons feeding into one in the center. It must be as lush as Mierzi. So there's a place here that we've by all rights, this book should not have survived. Let's be very clear on that. With this much damage, there is no sensible reason for this book to have survived. But I'm grateful for it because, you know, we've got a problem. I think so. We're okay, right? Oh. Can't you hop for me? No. Well, crap. You are not injured. Yeah, but this floor is unstable. We still have half hour out of there, so we still have 3 minutes before things go terribly wrong. Oh, joy. Well, let's jump into the sands. Let's jump into the sands, and that should make it all fine. Sploosh. Ooh! Okay, there went all of our air. Activate the hopper immediately, and please grab the book too. Oh yeah, so have I. This is not going to be a hard thing, but we made it out. We made it out, and importantly... Come on. Look at it. Aboard the Nightingale. Ow. The fact that we have Sheerlung, by the way, never actually matters. I'm not really sure why why she's chronically ill. My entire first playthrough, it did not matter. So, well, that wasn't bad. Only knocked out for 20 minutes. Was there anything else down there to find? Nope. Well, alright. We got everything we needed. What is it? No. Where's the book? Where? No. Why didn't you grab the book? 6, you're supposed to hopper the book. Last of the air is gone. There are no plants? Okay. But... Could you... No, the book is something I got on my last playthrough. The book is something I got on my last playthrough, and I was supposed to actually, you know, retrieve. I think I didn't look at the thing, I didn't look at the piece I needed before I went up. So I think I screwed myself out of it. So, that's frustrating. Because that book is incredibly cool. But it's supposed to be right there. So I need to check the chain first and try to remove it in order to actually trigger it to work. But where am I? Somewhere else. No, we're not going to go any of these places. Oh, the Sheerlung? Yeah, it autosaves. I don't have a choice. Sadly, that's something we just don't get on this playthrough. Cause yeah, I do not have a choice on where to go, and how to get that book, which is deeply regrettable. So, looted and in ashes. The upper floor caved in as I walked across it. Air and 6 had to save me. I can't go back. Boo! 6, could you actually go down there and just hopper out the book? Okay, so you know what? We'll go to the Withering Palace, and then before we actually explore that area, we will call it a stream. So let's head over there, and we will call it a stream once we get there before we actually explore the place. Apparently, yeah, oxygen masks are not a thing that exists here. Which really is not great, but oh well. Wonder if there are any ancient settlers still out there. A good question. It's a shame, because that book was a lost history. And so it tells a lot about if you can decipher it, it tells a whole lot about the early history of the robots. It's not the only way we can find that information, but it's context that I would have really liked to have. Oh well. No point in crying over it. Let's just enjoy the sailing here. And just all these pretty landscapes as the draw distance of the game is revealed to us. Oh, whoops. And continuing towards the rivers, or towards the next place. So yeah, I mean, this is Heaven's Vault. This is definitely a game that I intend to return to whenever we need a chill stream. Just for a couple hours of just sailing around doing stuff, and eventually we'll get through it. Definitely not like a super interesting one to talk about, though they do such a good job on communicating the actual linguistics of it, and having a fully constructed language to mess around with is a lot of fun. But we are making progress, and yeah, we're gonna head all the way out here and to the Withering Palace, and once we find that site, maybe that'll give us more things to find other sites as we go forward. We'll also eventually need to go out to Elbreth and talk to our artifact dealer friend to get some more artifacts, more inscriptions, and figure out more about sites. Yep. And yeah, like, I saw this game way earlier. You guys compared this game to Journey. Both kind of in tone and in content. I think that's a pretty apt comparison. Though obviously this is much more dialogue focused and language focused than Journey possibly is. But I think there's a useful comparison to be made there of this kind of really spiritually focused game, for some definition of spirituality, and a game that really focuses on the atmosphere as something important and valuable. Yeah, because they're both communicating this story of loss and of a hidden history that we are in some way both reenacting and redeeming the past for. And learning about it gives us power to accomplish a whole lot, because once we get to the vault, we can actually kind of break everything, or we can truly make it work. But a lot of focus on philosophy and on the religious aspects of, you know, what it's like to live in a place dominated by these rivers, where all navigation is accomplished by them, and no moon survives without these rivers. And so I love so much of what they're doing. Of, while this culture is completely fictional, it was clearly well thought out and understands the kinds of things that matter to a culture and what the implications of this cultural space. What the heck? We'll see if we can rework that quickly. That's not going to be quick at all. Oh well. The camera screwed me over on that one. I'm going to blame them. You know. You know what? Since I am actually rapidly getting hungry, we're gonna we're gonna super duper cheat, and yeah. Exactly, Reed. Like, it is incredibly good. We just passed control to 6 in order to fast travel our way all the way around here and get in to the Withering Palace site and the search locations. Because, yeah, I'm going to call this stream a little bit short, like once we land. I'm going to call it because I am getting rapidly hungry. And the Withering Palace will have a lot of religious imagery to talk about, so it'll have to wait for the next time, which won't be super soon, but hopefully I won't leave this too long again before we come back to the next one. And since this was the second episode and we started in the middle, if you wanted to hear about the beginning of the adventures, the VOD is on YouTube. The channel name is the same. Here, make sure you subscribe to that to be able to watch all the VODs after they go offline. And I do have plans once I learn video editing significantly better. I have plenty of plans to accomplish to do more produced videos there and more focused material. Not just stream highlights, but actually like doing individual games and breaking down some of the good things I've talked about, some of the bits I'm happy with, and using them as examples of just what is so cool about history in games. That's not in the near future, because I don't have video editing software and I'll need practice once I get some in order to actually do that. But it is something I do intend to do eventually, is make that channel more active and do shorter produced videos, which will be fun. But yeah, instead of talking about the Withering Palace, we'll end up calling it a night or day, and going on with making sure we are ready for tomorrow. Yeah. Really? Really? It's clearly not that. Like, this is clearly a simple thing for obey. Come on, like... Obviously, yes. I, emperors, laws. Why is that not... Really? Okay. I, laws, why did... What? What? That was... Nope. Nope. Hang on a minute. That one was some bullshit. That was super jank. That emperors doesn't work, but of emperor does. And yeah, that cuts out the whole area, so, you know. We only have one site left available within the search zone, which we are just re-entering now. So let's make sure we click that button so that we make that do, and then we'll keep going. And yeah. We are very, very close to the end of the stream, and very close to the side of the Withering Palace, which is incredibly cool. Like, let me be clear, if I'm remembering the site totally correctly, which it has been a few months since I played this, so there's definitely a chance I am not, but if it's got all the bits I think it does, it is an extremely interesting site. that will kind of showcase a lot of the different gods of the old pantheon of the time, even kind of both before and concurrent with the philosophy of the Great Loop. And by the way, there's the Withering Palace down there. Oh yeah, we don't actually know who built our ship. Let's make sure I go the correct way. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay. We don't know. Because we simply found her and our friend Oroi helped construct her somewhere on Elbereth. Or helped restore her. But yeah. She is a beautiful ship. And we're going to a very, very beautiful site with it. We are right at the end of the river, so this will be interesting. Wang told me of something in the Chronicles of Mazwai. It was an old poem about sailing the fiery path. Ooh. Woo. That's what it meant, this spray in the water. Honestly, I would love to be able to do this. Just seeing the act of sailing through these areas would be incredible. And it's such a cool setting for this game. But yeah, as we get down here to the Withering Palace, a place of great uncertainty, we will explore it next time. We'll take an overview of it so you have something to look forward to, but we will definitely... Well, we've got to get through this sandstorm first.
We hoppered down into a narrow, rocky canyon.
We'll make sure we do that, you know? This should take us a few minutes.
Dust made it impossible to breathe.
We've got to get through the Withering Palace canyon here, but once we get up to the full palace, well, that's where we will call the stream.
This was the worst one yet.
We are utterly, yes. I am aware. We are in a terrible, terrible dust storm. But we are a chatterbox, so, despite having sheer lung, we, are very much running low on time. And yeah, we are very... Well, we are close to a tree, which should give us something of shelter. Yeah. We are very stubborn, so... And it doesn't affect our time at all, so... Oh wait, wind shadow, there we go. Ta-da! We got shelter again. Yeesh. This is a very... Luckily we only have to, make this last once. So we are... Once we've done this once, we don't have to go through this dust storm again. But this place is pretty terrible. Like, I don't recommend going here, though once we get inside it is kinda neat. Hard to say. Well, we can pretty safely confirm it wasn't always like this. Yep. Let's go back into the dust. Because there's a shiny here. Hello, shiny. Another shadow in the... behind a tree. Oh, we got a... nope, just a rock. Okay. Aw. That's a shame. Perhaps we misunderstood our evidence? Nope, this is in fact the right place. Yeah, let's get going. We're almost here. We've only got one area left to do. One more push here, and then we will be through the canyon and able to go. Now, if there is no shelter, we will be in trouble, but that's okay. We know that there is shelter because there must be something. Will the hopper work through this dust? Yeah. Amazing.
Then we rounded the corner in the
Such
rock,
confidence.
and we saw it.
Such great confidence. But we have another big wall. Of course you didn't. I hope this place is worth it. Who knows? It's certainly something, though. The ruins are free from the wind, and we will be totally fine. Let's see. Last saved just now. So, we will go into this next time, as we can stand here looking in front of the Withered Palace, to give my usual closing spiel. If you have enjoyed this stream, or if you're watching the VOD and enjoyed it, make sure that you join the Discord server to be notified when I go live, and subscribe to the YouTube channel of the same name, and follow me here on Twitch as well, and on Twitter, all of the usual places. It's all the same name, so it should be pretty easy to find all of them. At the very top of the chat, I had put in the link to the video for the previous episode of this, if you wanted to get caught up on what we saw last time and all the cool places we saw there. That would be great. We'll be back tomorrow at noon, not at 11, so be looking forward to that with our special bonus stream of Darkest Dungeon. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.